Hello there, everyone. Sorry I'm quite a bit late there. Actually a half an hour late on the stream, but hopefully we can get past that now and we can continue the game and hopefully there are no more problems here. So, yeah. Um, Technical issues aside, great. Do I have to reorient this? Yeah, I have to. Let me see here real quick. Here we go. And there we go. All right. So the last time we were here, we were attempting to enter into the mouth of Jormungandr.
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah, I've never been in a giant's belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one who was not trying to eat me.
You really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Here we go.
Belly of the realm.
I used to dream about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing.
I'm not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child. Let's find that statue.
You still are a child, Atreus. Sorry, but you don't just become a child. You don't just stop becoming a child just because, well, just because you shared some wine with your father. But I guess culturally
Smells not as
speaking,
bad
I
as
guess
thought
he
it'd be.
is.
Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
You're so weird. The water kind of burns in here. That is water, isn't it?
Aye. Most of it.
You want a beach here?
There, the hammer.
Yeah, belly of the beast, I guess you could say. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Elon Musk decided to back out of Twitter, of his Twitter buyout, but Twitter decided, you're gonna pay for the fucking thing there. So so he's either gonna be doing $1 billion, or he's gonna have ownership of Twitter. It's gonna be funny, really. I was kind of expecting something like this to happen, but I wasn't entirely too sure, so I didn't really say anything. I expected him to back out of it in some regard, so. It is always amusing to see billionaires try to get something that they were worth or whatever, and then all of a sudden decide to try to back out of the deal once they find out that what they wanted was not as worth as much as they thought it did. So yeah. It's especially funny if they're going to lose a shit ton of money doing so.
Mimir,
So yeah.
any idea where Odin hid your eye?
No, it's not like I can still see through it.
Wait, seriously?
Yep, that's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping. Gently now, gently. Thank you, brother. You don't miss depth until it's gone.
We're obviously not getting back the way we came from, so... I wonder if he's gonna end up getting attacked and we're gonna end up getting spit out at some point.
How's it feel, Mimir?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm feeling whole again, but it's a right improvement.
The Bifrost is intact.
It'll serve.
Then we have all we need.
I was wondering why he had both eyes in the trailer, really, but now that I know, so...
Laddie, have you ever heard the term tempting fate?
Fate is another lie told,
Told by the gods, yes, of course. You really are your father's son, you know.
Yep. He seems to tempt fate every single time he opens his mouth saying that finally we're there!
So how
Finally
do you
we're
like
there! Finally we're there!
Hold on!
What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I called it.
Well, that was mildly terrifying. Maybe our presence is upsetting Jormungandr's belly.
No. Something is wrong.
Or Jormungandr is being, like, I don't know, attacked from the outside.
What's happening to him?
Nothing good. Glad that's over.
Is he getting hit? What is that?
We must hurry.
Couldn't agree more, brother.
Hold tight and watch your balance.
The board shifting! I'm gonna...
Have you? Boy? Boy!
I'm good. I think I'm getting kind of used to this. What happened to him? Something we did?
No. Something else. A dead giant. Why would the serpent leave us here?
Look! Freya. We can still trust her, right?
Until we know for certain, keep a distance.
The world's serpent. What's happened here?
We hoped you would know.
You are far from home.
I'm looking for my son. The two of you. You helped me see things more clearly.
You do not know where he is then?
No. But the woods and fields speak his name. I know he walks here in Midgard.
When did you see him last?
Long ago. Before you were even born. Why are you standing so far from me? What's wrong? Something's happened.
There!
I had a feeling that hurting the big snake would bring the two of you out in the open. Do you have any idea at all, what you have cost me?
My boy.
Mother.
I'm here. Don't run away.
not going anywhere, Mother.
I know that you're still angry. I know that how you feel hasn't changed, but I want you...
How I feel? How I feel? I've spent the last 100 years dreaming of this moment. I rehearsed everything I ever wanted to say to you, every word, to make you understand exactly what you stole from me. But now, I realize I don't need you to understand anything. I don't need you at all.
No, back off, Kratos. This has nothing to do...
This path you walk, vengeance, you will find no peace. I know.
You... I'll deal with you later. But family first. This again?
Come on.
You have to go, please.
No! I can reach it! Stop fighting!
I was waiting for him to do the first strike.
But you must stop me!
I hate you.
I said stop!
You might want to turn away, boy. This won't be pretty.
I won't let you hurt him.
No, boy.
Fine.
Stop! No! Atreus! You're bleeding. Breathe, boy. Breathe!
Not my blood.
What is this? I can feel this. I can feel everything.
He's vulnerable now?
Hold on for a second. I just gotta point out here, no, okay? There are several times in which the game does do a cut and whatnot, but it's very, very subtle. You won't notice it unless you're paying attention to that scene. For example, the time in which I go into, when I go into the mouth there, that's a cut. When I come out of the mouth, that's a cut there. The game definitely does do well in making it seem like there's no cuts, and that's good. I'll grant it that or whatever. But the game definitely does cut, so you know. Unless of course you're not talking about loading screens, you're just talking about continuous shots. Then yeah, there are like a lot of continuous shots here, and like there's almost no cuts through other scenes or whatever. So you know.
You will not do this!
What's going on? Is Freya trying to kill us?
No. Do you hear the wind? We are moving.
That arrow. Baldur punched the mistletoe?
In the quiver strap, yes. Mistletoe harmed him.
Freya said it was wicked.
He's more than harmed. The spell is broken.
He can.
Well, when you're talking about cuts, there's two type of cuts in a given game or whatever. There's the cut scenes, if you would, or loading screens. You know, I mean, there's the cut scenes, in other words, that interrupt between gameplay, and then there's like cuts in the area of loading screens or whatever. So you know, you weren't being entirely specific there, but I can kind of understand what it is you mean now.
Be killed.
I'm certain of it. It's all coming back now.
Now he remembers. She's controlling that thing?
Stay out of it! I can reason with him!
No, woman! You cannot! He means to kill you!
Can't stop me! No one can!
Where is he?
I don't care if he kills me. I will protect him. I will not let him die.
How touching. This will all be over soon.
There!
You will stop this now!
I never knew how much fun. Feeling glorious feeling. I feel freezing.
Stop hurting my boy!
Chill. Better than you weak mother. I'm coming for you.
Man, Loki is a tough bastard, even without his fucking wards of protection, even.
You don't look too good.
Ah, damn.
Atreus! Atreus!
I'm up here. I'm okay.
And I'm doing wonderful. I've never felt so alive.
Stop this!
Could we perhaps fight these guys or whatever first before we fight each other? Like, let's get rid of your mom first, shall we? He's like a he's almost like a little kid here. He's reacting like a little kid almost to a point.
Incredible! Feeling glorious! Feeling! Oh! Yes! Yes! I'll kill you!
Atreus!
Stay away from my son! You don't have to do this!
There!
Stop him!
Please! There has been enough pain!
Shut up, mother!
Those arrows should have sifted right through him and tried to stab Kratos, but broke against his armor.
Before you die, I want to thank you. Both of you. You've done what even the All-Father himself could not. I've never felt more alive. Ironic, isn't it?
He's the ghost of Sparta, that's why.
It doesn't have to end this way! God, magic! I couldn't let you die! You have to understand!
Man, he's switching between them. Help me stop that! God damn, this guy is just switching between the two before I can even get to him.
Look! I have an idea!
Boy? Well done, boy.
Right back where we started, too.
Come on! Do it! Do it!
Stop. Please.
Undefeated, Father. Not a threat.
You will not come for us again. You will not touch her.
I don't need your protection.
He gave him his ability to feel back. He spared his life. As a result, he spared his life.
Help yourself. Can you, Mother? No matter what I do or say, you won't stop interfering in my life.
I was just trying to protect you. I've made mistakes. I know. But you're free now. You have what you want. Try to find forgiveness. We can build something new.
No. We can't. Because I will never forgive. You still need to pay for the lifetime that you stole from me.
I have paid. I have paid.
I mean, as riveting as this is, I can't really think that maybe she has cast off from her home, given like love to someone who she thought she loved, but in turn didn't love her at all, only wanted her for her magic, then cast out into Midgard, never to see her family or friends ever again, realizing, of course, everything that she did for Odin brought about nothing but death and destruction. And to top it all off, she lost her only son. She lost one of her only sons that she really did love, that she truly did love. I mean, who knows what she thinks of Thor, really, but, you know, gotta wonder. Since Thor hasn't really talked Baldur out of not killing her, it's got to make me wonder how close Baldur and them were really, or how close of rather Freya and Thor were. So yeah.
But if that alone will make you whole, if seeing me dead will make things right, I won't stop you.
I know.
What? No, Father!
I love you.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The Sigurians here must be better than this.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Freya. He chose this.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you. I will parade your cold body from every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
He saved your life.
He robbed me of everything. Everything. You were just an animal. Passing on your cruelty and rage, you will never change.
And you do not know me.
I know enough. Does he?
Good point. Good point, I have to say. This is all fairly riveting, I have to say.
Listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with the god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not. I killed my father.
That was your father in hell. Is this what it is to be a god? Is this how it always ends? Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No. We will be the gods we choose to be. Not those who have been. Who I was is not who you be. We must be better.
Well, guess we're the bad guys now.
In her eyes, yes. But she could never make that choice. We should finish this journey while I still have strength.
Huh. That's almost like a Christian cross, it looks like. I never noticed that.
I don't understand. I know saving her was the right thing. But she seemed all evil at the end.
Not evil. You killed her son, lad. Her son. The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But he
Yep.
was gonna kill her.
She would have died to see him live. Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill you?
If it meant you would live. Yes.
Look, there was no easy choice. For anybody, brother. But I think we can all agree you did the right thing. The world's a better place with Freya in it. Just give her time, lads. She'll come around.
Back to Tyr's temple then. One last time.
Aye. Jotunheim awaits.
Why did Baldur say we cost him?
Odin must have convinced him that following you to Jotunheim would bring his cure. Lies, I'm sure.
Why did mistletoe break the spell?
Vanir magic is powerful, but its rules are slippery and elusive. I'm sure it makes sense if you're a witch. Oh, but it's also bloody tragic. Baldur was the greatest gift Odin granted Freya. The one thing she treasured from their marriage. She only hoped to spare him pain and spare herself loss. And such impulses can lead good parents to make terribly stupid decisions.
Mimir, you never told me what happened with the stonemason's son.
Hrimthur, son of Thamur. After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Hrimthur, and cunning. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labour. So Hrimthur adopted the guise of an ordinary man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labours. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed, knowing the task was impossible, but intrigued by the stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defences. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash, if not sooner.
Ah, nice. Theorizing. Sorry, I'm trying to get this and make sure this is untangled here. So yeah. Theorizing. Ah, nice. I love that. It's like a fourth wall break almost. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and get something real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and stretch rather instead. Stretch my legs here. Yeah, looks like we're almost done with the game here. I guess next time we're gonna be playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and then we're also gonna be, and after that we'll probably be playing Chaos Gate Demon Hunter. So yeah, I'll give my thoughts on God of War afterwards. I will definitely talk a little bit about what it is I'm not exactly a fan of, that being the third-person perspective combat. Even though I think it works for the game, I do believe the game works a lot better with more, not isometric, but sort of a overhead experience. Not to mention the signals on, you know, where to attack various different characters and whatnot. Especially where, I mean, specifically like where it is that you're being attacked from. Doesn't really give you a good indicator as to when they're going to attack, where, or when exactly. It sort of gives you a vague suggestion. And even listening to, you know, the various different indicators such as Atreus or even even Mare, even listening to those two, you're liable to get yourself like hit half the time as opposed to actually being, I don't know, avoiding the attack. So yeah. So the combat could definitely use some work. The story, however, I do love the story. And it's definitely a great addition. It's what I would call a capstone to the series, and it's fantastic. Although I'm not going to act like other people and proclaim that, oh my god, God of War is finally mature, because let's all be honest here. God of War was always mature. Let me go ahead and give you a primary example with this I'm talking about here, shall we? Let's see here real quick. Hold on. God of War was always deep. Oh no, not mature. I mean deep. So you know. Ah, okay. It looks like Voss decided to go ahead and do a Sockton, post one of his Sockton debates. Okay, hold on. Um. Okay, yeah, there are a number of videos like this. The one I'm thinking of is mostly Endless Jess. So, you know. Yeah, no, I definitely get it. Endless Jest did a great video, and it's probably the best out of them all, out of all of these, really. But I only say that because I haven't really like seen the other ones. This one in particular, how God of War was ruined, is like it's probably going to focus on the PS4, and I don't think it was because it was ruined or whatever. Um, you know, and I agree with this. I agree with these other ones. Like this one in particular, saying that God of War not that special. Yeah, it's not that special, but it's definitely an incredible capstone to Kratos' journey. It's definitely what you would put in if you were just like saying, okay, this is the end of Kratos' journey now. We're gonna focus on his son Atreus. That would be great, but unfortunately, they're not gonna be doing that. So you know, plays God of War once. Yeah. Um, anyways, yeah, these like various different videos here on like how God of War was deep. It's something I would definitely agree with, and especially this one here.
I can't.
We'll watch it. We'll watch a little bit of this and talk about it. Hold on, we'll just skip through it a little bit here.
Shame and self-loathing at the end of his brutal exterior, constantly shown glimpses of the fading humanity and compassion beneath Kratos' brutal exterior, only to share in his profound shame and self-loathing at the end of the trilogy as that humanity nearly completely flickers away, culminating in the ruination of Earth and mass murder of all mankind wrought by his quest for vengeance, as well as the death of the very last person he wanted to protect. Kratos spends the series simultaneously racked with guilt and self-loathing, yet consumed by rage and hatred for his enemies. This dichotomy forms the core conflict of the character, and which side ultimately wins out was left in the air all the way up to the end. People talk about Breaking Bad making them more and more uncomfortable rooting for a protagonist who is slowly becoming a villain, having to question for themselves how far is too far. Well, the God of War series asks the same question, making it harder and harder to sympathize with the protagonist as his brutality and destructive cruelty increases. Up until a certain
like when you're getting Hermes and whatnot, when you're sort of taking off his legs, I'm like the entire time I was like, dude, seriously, like can I not do this? Do I really have to? Like, you don't have to take his legs, just take his fucking shoes, just take his goddamn shit there, just like beat him into the ground. Don't like become brutal to the point where you're gonna kill someone literally defeated in such a fashion. So you know, yeah, he has some nice shoes, but did he really have to die like that? I mean, come on, seriously.
As
And
his
like, look at
brutality
that.
and destructive cruelty increases. Up until a certain point, Kratos had gotten away with being a vicious killer while still remaining sympathetic. But all that sympathy flew out the window right around the time the game forced me to jam this girl into a gear and listen to her spine snap in half. Jeez, Kratos, you could've just, I don't know, asked her to hold it, you know?
No, his shoes were on his feet. Let's be realistic here. His shoes were not attached to his feet, okay? But more serious note, this scene here, which like is meant to show us how like irredeemable Kratos was criticized by Anita so much so that she harpered on the achievement that you got, which is supposed to make you laugh, which is supposed to pop up and make you laugh. You know, the bros before hosting or whatever. In order to alleviate your uncomfortableness with the entirety of the game, but this particular scene still makes people uncomfortable to this very day, and it's meant to say, hey, Kratos isn't exactly the hero you think he is. So yeah, I don't think Anita really got that scene. Not to mention she doesn't really play video games, so it wouldn't surprise me if she just saw the scene and thought, disgusting, misogynistic, like the troglodyte that she is.
Kratos, you could've just, I don't know, asked her to hold it, You know, I'm starting to think we made a mistake giving a guy whose last name is Of War the Peace Prize. Hey, don't blame me, I voted for Kodos. Look, you could argue that this scene and others like it were unnecessary and tasteless, many have, but it does reinforce the theme that by this point, Kratos has fucking lost it. If there's one thing the original trilogy succeeds at, it's making it clear Kratos is not a hero. He's a selfish, vicious supervillain. But the thing that makes him an interesting, complex character, or deep, is the fact that he knows this about himself. Kratos does not like himself. In fact, he hates himself way more than he hates the gods, and his entire vendetta against them is a thinly veiled tantrum of projection. That's what makes the human aspect of the story work. The fact that Kratos is a terrible, violent hypocrite and hates himself for it. That's not new.
I saw Zeus torture my father. I saw him beaten because of me. I should have helped him, but I was afraid.
Hephaestus did what every father should do. Protect his child.
Yeah. Anyways, point being is that this series has always been very deep. This series of games has always had depth to it, and Kratos himself has always had quite a bit of a leeway when it comes down to his stuff, and we're going to watch that later. Or rather, I'm going to watch that later, so yeah. Anyways, let's continue the game and finish it. Oh, hold on. Gotta bring out desktop mode real quick. There we go. Actually, no, they kind of didn't, because at the end of it, if you remember correctly, that the reason why Zeus was doing what he was doing to Kratos and got in his way and whatnot and kept like trying to fuck him over and all that stuff, is that the gods were literally possessed by the sins of mankind or whatever, or whatever that thing was that they got released after. Was it from the box of Pandora? There was a literal set of sins, I guess you could say, which were supposed to be released in the original myth. They changed that and made it so that way there's sins or whatever the fuck they were end up infecting the gods and driving them mad and driving them to like target Kratos, because he had taken what was actually like the weapon within Pandora's box, while simultaneously while simultaneously more or less not being beholden by the sins the gods were. So yeah, that's a thing there. They kind of didn't deserve it, but then again, Kratos couldn't have known that. None of us could have known that. So kind of a catch-22, really. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking once Zeus is gone and destroyed, she dies. After all, remember, if Zeus is dead, Olympus dies. And Aphrodite is in Olympus, so... Nope, no more dialogue there.
Here we go! I can't believe we're gonna see the giants.
Well, if things work according to plan,
He's trying not to jinx
go
it.
ahead and lock in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way. Probably.
Boy,
just hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
That's unpleasant!
Now, boy. We must be close.
Well, what are we waiting for?
You know, based on these old,
We will see.
based on these old myths and whatnot, I would say that Atreus is basically Loki,
want
since he was the one who
before we
killed
continue.
Baldur.
Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruining the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to fight...
My lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Ah, fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch their head till we return.
I can do this. No, no, I can't. Oh.
Okay.
Ready. Come.
Good thing I put on the subtitles here because I wouldn't have heard that. Well, I would have barely heard that. And I probably would have tried to like walk back there just to hear more. Oh, I guess you have to walk through through one portal to another. I guess that's how powerful the
We're on the giant's fingers. I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there. We did it.
We did.
Oh, buddy, no, what did I say? No, come on. No, buddy, no. Wait.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
Can we go now? We're so close.
Boy. Carry her. Boy.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now.
Probably just a walking simulator
Hello?
after this one.
Anybody here?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them. Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
All that says, I wonder? Huh. Midgard was a dream of what could it be if we shared and collaborated. Jotnir, Aesir, Vanir, Elf, Dwarf, and mortals most of all. It was beautiful, but not everyone was capable of sharing. Some believe anything uncontrolled is savagery and threatening. And so we were marked and tricked and used and then slaughtered. Odin and his tribe were barred from our realm, but it was not enough. The wrath of Thor and his terrible hammer have thinned our number in Midgard to the brink of ruin. There is no option but to withdraw while yet any live to do so. Odin and Thor would have killed all the giants if they could, and they got away with everything. Yep, they certainly did.
Huh. Who's the Guardian?
We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The ways must be shut. The serpent and the guardian remained. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the indestructible, only then shall the guardian return. Until then, we await our better world, one without fear, without greed, without war. We wait for deliverance and justice. We wait for a champion. We will wait for word that gods grow good. Hope that world gets here soon. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Atreus might be that individual there. Let's look at Nemi and Crush real quick. Oh wow. Nice. Wrath of Artemis. Okay. Just checking to see what's what here.
I should feel them, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered, and two more take its place.
Wait! Father! Something's happening. It's your axe. It's Mother. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants?
He maybe was one.
That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant. Why didn't she tell us?
She sent us here knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Balder was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Ooh. That does not bode well.
Look. It's Mother's. She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us.
Didn't notice the hand there.
Leading us home.
Good job, Atreus.
Let's finish it. Father.
No. We do it together. Son. Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom. The giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Yep.
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
Did she know it was gonna be like this year? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people, or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh. So, why'd you want to name me Atreus? I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Mimir missed it.
Mimir probably knows it. I mean, you know, he is after all the seeker of knowledge, so, you know.
I understand if you want to go home, but I bet there's still some corrupted Valkyries out there that can be set free. Some other help people. Maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Oh, Loki is the god of tricksters. So, I guess he wouldn't mind.
Glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
Well, we already freed the dragons. We already completed most of the dwarven favors, I think. In fact, I think we completed all of them. I guess we'll go ahead and try the corrupted Valkyries, but I guess I'll do that on my own. So, yeah. Oh, nice. New Game Plus allows you to start a new game while maintaining your equipment, XP, hack silver, and purchase items. New Game Plus can be accessed anytime from within the game's options menu. Okay. That's all good.
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you likely realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder, it's become something else. The stuff of omens.
Omens for the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok from snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
I'm telling Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrotum. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah. We heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving. And also, to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
Well, anyways, I guess that's pretty much it then. We kind of completed the game. I may end up making one last stream here for when I set on out. But for the most part, we're pretty much done here. I might come back to this at some point, but it was a great game. Fantastic reference there. I'll do a little bit of a video of my own, sort of reviewing the game and the story and what it is I think of each character. What my views are on the game versus the older game, and why it is I believe that so many people are mistaking this game for Kratos finally having death, when in reality that's always been the case. So yeah. Anyways, that's really all I have to say. It's really all I have to engage in. If you like the stream, please comment. Push the like button, subscribe, and if you didn't, again, thumbs it down if you can, and leave a critical comment if you can, because again, I'm always hoping to be able to improve my streams. So anyways, hope you guys had a great time.